The original estimate he sent me that he got from a family member was about 3,000 and some change. 3,000. I forgot the exact amount. Maybe like 3,300.
But was that for parts and labor?
Yeah. And the ones I got from Jesus, I believe I have it.
Yeah, because we don't have the last page of the estimate.
Yeah, I believe that one was about 2,200. But by me getting the parts from a third party,
How much would have really been saved by using your parts?
about $1,000.
Oh, so $1,000 of the estimate from this body shop. They said $1,400 for parts and $800 for labor only?
Yep. Because the damages
right?
were not.
Do you have the entire estimate from his?
I don't have the entire estimate with me, but I will say that even the figure that he's quoting, Jesus, is more than I'm even asking. So even if he had gone through Jesus, it wouldn't have been that much different.
Mr. Espinoza, he did you a favor, it seems like. I mean, he went back and forth with you for a long time to try to go around insurance. I think he was sympathetic to the situation. But requiring that he do this the exact way you wanted, as opposed to just going to a mechanic that had a reasonable estimate, why do you believe you're entitled to prescribe the way he fixes his car?
Because he was okay. First of all, he agreed to take it to the body shop. And then my main concern was getting his car fixed, and that's exactly what I was trying to do, to fix his vehicle.
Let me talk to you, Mr. Poor, about your lost wages claims.
Yes.
What you have submitted are calls from a casting studio, right?
Yes.
And it is very clear from these notices that what they are doing is checking availability.
Right.
These calls go out to thousands of people. Is that right? I mean, this is an email blast saying, we have a call for somebody to appear for a particular job. This is not, Mr. Poor, can you show up tomorrow with your car? And if so, you're in.
Fortunately, I had submitted a lot more emails where I was signed on. And so, yes, you're absolutely right. There are casting a wide net to try to see how many people, how many yays and nays are we going to get. Not included in here, I have numerous emails of being booked, saying, we need you, this is it, this is when you're gonna show up, please be in your vehicle, and I had to turn those down.
Do you have those emails with you? Do you
I
have
have
them
it
on your
on my phone.
Okay, so we would have to see something like a confirmed casting call or booking for you. And then I just want to confirm that one of the requirements was that you brought your car as part of the...
Absolutely.
So before we break to deliberate, we want to see those emails.
I don't have anything further. Do you, Judge?
I'm good.
All right. Parties are excused while we deliberate in this matter.
This courtroom is now in recess.
All right. In terms of liability, I think the plaintiff had the right of way, and therefore the defendant was at fault. And I do think that his estimate for the damages were reasonable. Was it over $2,000? The only question I have is the request for lost wages. And the earliest confirmation of his bookings is when?
September.
You showed us
September.
one for May, one for September.
Well, the accident occurred in February.
Right.
Is the plaintiff claiming that his car wasn't fixed until September?
If he wants us to consider those bookings, yeah.
Also, the bookings did not include any reference to a car. They said make sure to cover your tattoos and bring your ID, but they didn't say, and don't forget the car you're supposed to bring.
And it isn't a coincidence that what he did submit to us, subject line read, pedestrian with car.
Right.
But those casting calls didn't indicate that he actually was booked. And what he did show us from his phone when we requested that evidence, he was booked, but it didn't say that he needed a car.
Right.
So
Do we know when he had the car repaired?
I don't know if he ever
but
did.
here's the other issue, just logically. I don't believe that he would have booked a project requiring a car after his car was already damaged, right? That wouldn't make any sense to say,
Right,
yes, I'll
right.
be there when he already had a damaged car. So he would be asking us to believe that he booked these 4 to 7 months in advance of the actual dates, and that he was confirmed to show up 7 months later for a particular part involving a car. I don't think that's the way these casting calls
And I
work.
think he has some duty to mitigate the situation.
Yeah.
I could leave it in the shop
For
as long
7
as I
months.
want and accrue lost wages. No, I don't think so.
If he was booked for something and then the accident happened,
Yeah.
that'd be a different story.
Right,
Okay.
right. But I don't think he was booked in February for something that was going to happen in
We don't have
September.
evidence of that.
Yeah. I think there has to be some understanding that he couldn't necessarily afford to get the car repaired. However, after 13 months, he should have had insurance that he could go through it
correct.
immediately.
Yes, because the defendant
Or he
was
should
at
have
fault.
submitted it to his
I would have made a
insurance
claim to
or-
his insurance.
Yeah, not let it go for 13 months.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
We have a verdict.
Yes, we do.